All right, let's talk about the week that was.
Let's
go backwards before we go forward.
All right. And one of the first things we do in the morning is drink coffee. And Scott made coffee, and right away he could tell that they were not Utica coffee beans.
So we do the Cuisinart.
Yes.
Whole beans, and it's
a grind and brew.
Yeah, grinds it and then automatically brews it. And admittedly, we've become kind of snobby with our coffee. We struggle when we hit the road. We don't typically we hate Keurigs.
I know.
The Keurig's gross.
It is gross.
And then you don't like Starbucks.
I don't. And
I'm mid on Dunkin'.
Dunkin' is okay for me. If I have to get a coffee out, believe it or not, Stewart's is like the go-to. I really like.
I agree with that.
Coffee.
Yeah.
McDonald's is bad. I do not like McDonald's coffee, but anyway.
So I'm up early and I do the coffee. This is one of my many jobs in the house.
Yep.
Many. List is long.
Yeah.
And so we're out of coffee beans, and this is like a big deal for coffee drinkers, right? And so I'm digging deep into the pantry, and I don't know who bought them or where they came from, but we had this
bag of beans.
They weren't Utica coffee. They were just
brand. We didn't know that at the time. You just
I knew that.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, it had like a label, a logo, like it was a whole thing.
Okay.
Klondike or something with a bear on it.
Okay.
They were really dark beans. And I didn't say anything to Kelly to see if she would. I knew as soon as I started drinking, I'm like, ooh.
You knew I was going to like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. And it took you two sips.
I'm like, what are these? I drank the coffee. It wasn't terrible, but I could just taste the difference. And so
if the choice is bad coffee or nothing,
right?
We're going bad coffee.
We drank bad coffee.
Yeah.
Out of necessity, sometimes you just need a cup of coffee. So what's funny is I went to Utica Coffee. They have locations in Utica, and I believe they have another one in Clinton.
They do.
Okay. And the place was packed. I wish I would have taken a picture when I walked in there. It was like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it's always packed.
Super loud, like a group of people, like decided to meet there. Not even enough space to like sit. They were all just standing, and it's a great atmosphere if you're just looking for, a place to grab a cup of coffee, but don't plan on it being quiet because it's not a quiet spot.
Yeah, it's not like the sit with your laptop or bring a book and chill coffee house vibe. No. It's like train station vibe.
It is. Yeah. What's cool about they have all the homemade scones. Mm-hmm. They have a bunch of kombucha drinks that are really in right now. They do breakfast sandwiches, and they always have different coffees on tap where they will feature different, because they have so many different coffees right now. I think it's the pumpkin one is very in right now, and it's super good. Yeah. It's not overly sweet, and they even have these refreshers now. They're like energy drinks.
All the rave.
Yeah.
So we got our Utica coffee beans back. So to put a bow on that story, I'm kind of OCD with certain things, and we have what would you call that thing we keep the beans in? The airtight. It's a canister, but it has an airtight. There you go. And the bad beans were in there. We probably had about a week and a half of bad beans left, and so I just kept using it, figuring we'd finish the canister. Yeah, so I got vetoed. That idea got vetoed.
To Utica Coffee specifically to get coffee that I liked, and the next morning I was so looking forward to that cup of coffee, and I tasted it.
I made the other one. Yeah, I got yelled at.
Beans.
The beans have since been switched. Our marriage is back on track. Full steam ahead.
Every person now in the morning. So thank you, Utica Coffee, for having great beans.
And for saving my marriage.
Then I also, that same day, actually, I went up to Nothing Bundt Cakes.
Jimmy Kiola.
Yep.
Shout out.
And
we got to get him on.
We do need to have him on the podcast. He would be a great guest.
Most people get to 60 and think about retirement. Jimmy opened up a full-blown retail store.
His old business. Like
at the age of like 60.
Yeah. Decided to start something brand new.
Yeah, great story.
Yeah.
Hard worker, good guy. I 100%, when he came to me with the business plan. I'd never heard of Nothing Bundt cakes.
Me neither.
And he was telling me how outrageously delicious they were and how wildly successful they were in this state, in that state, in this state, every state other than New York. And I'm like, Jimmy, this is Central New York. This is like the cake, dessert, cannoli capital of the world. Right. I'm like, you're not going to just set up shop in Consumer Square and have people flocking in when they can go to a dozen different places and get cakes and pastries and cupcakes and cannolis. I was wrong.
You were wrong. They're delicious.
I was wrong.
He's killing it. He is killing it. And what's great is when you walk in the store, they have, they're called Bundtlets. And so it is an oversized cupcake. Definitely to try and eat the whole thing yourself would be
something I would do.
I mean, something you could do, but I would not recommend it. So if you go in and you get a Bundtlet, they are $6. And you could definitely split it between 2 to 3 people. Jenna's birthday was Thursday, and we planned on celebrating her party on Sunday with family and everything, and I was going to bake. But on Thursday, I just wanted to get her, something that we could put a candle in and sing to her. And
enter the Bundtlet.
And you walk in, and they have seasonal flavors right now. They have a pumpkin one, and they have another one I can't remember. But then they have their staples. And Jenna's favorite, and now I know Connor's favorite as well, is the red velvet.
Started a fight.
It did. And I knew that Jenna's favorite was the red velvet. So I got one red velvet Bundtlet, and I knew Jenna was going to pick that one. I got a white chocolate, raspberry, and then the strawberry and cream. Because neither of our kids are overly chocolate people. I like chocolate, but I know that they usually
and
don't.
You like lemon, which I don't.
I love their lemon Bundtlet. It's really, really good too. But anyway, they have large cakes in there that you can purchase. And then they also do buntinis. And those are really great if you're going to have a party. And those truly are like a mini cupcake. And they are 2 bites and so good. You have to order those ahead of time, or you can get just the already assorted. You don't get to pick the flavors. Right. But if you order ahead of time, you can pick the flavors.
Cake pops. Did I see cake pops in there? Like those lollipops with the, no, I'm making that up.
But their cream cheese frosting is.
Yeah, no, it's a unique taste. It's consistent. Jimmy and his wife Elia, they do a lot in the community. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fundraisers and stuff that Bundt cakes are involved with. Yep. So all good stuff.
So let's keep on the trend of cakes. Cafe CaNole.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a good transition. Yeah. So Cafe CaNole's been doing it forever. Yeah, Jason and Dean Knoll, and they started on Culver across from Proctor Park, where the Willows restaurant is now. Retail wise, they might have even started before that. I don't know, like out of a kitchen somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to run a food business in this town. It's hard to run a traditional Italian pastry cannoli business. And here's 2 brothers that have been doing it for over 20 years now with consistency. So they went from there to where Ancora is next to the Stanley. And now the current location is on Campione Road behind Cavallo's there in New Hartford. One side is the desserts and cakes and whatnot, and the other side is the restaurant. And we admittedly don't get there as much as we should. And it was your idea. Good idea.
It was my idea.
And Saturday night, right?
Saturday night, I think we went.
Friday night, Saturday night. I don't know. It was this weekend. But open kitchen. Kelly made note that it's a small, intimate, nice ambiance. You may mention the music. Sometimes you go to these restaurants and the music is overpowering. Like the music wasn't overpowering, and our server was attentive, and the food. It's funny. You spend so much time on the entrees, and we eat well at home.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we eat out a lot.
We do.
And we've been to a lot of places. So it's I share this because it's kind of hard to impress us. And there's certain staples: steak, chicken, fish, whatever. Yeah. But every once in a while you get a dish. You want to talk about these potatoes?
The potatoes were amazing.
We were fighting over. They were Kelly's potatoes, but I was making my way across the table with my fork.
He liked
as she would take a bite of something. I would sneak over with the fork, grab grab some potatoes. These were like the greatest potatoes ever.
They were really, really good. And they had cheese. They were, God, what were they called? Gorgonzola potatoes, I think. And they had bacon and caramelized onions. And so on the way out, we know Jason pretty well. And that's the nice thing about having the open kitchen is we could walk up and I just said, like, I need that recipe for those potatoes, Jay. I said they were amazing.
Yeah, now don't give the recipe away. This is trade secret here.
So easy. And he was just talking to me about them and they were great.
Easy or not, they were delicious. Everything was delicious. I don't want to make it sound like everything wasn't delicious.
No,
everything was great.
The steak was great with it, and
my risotto was good too.
Yeah,
but those potatoes were ridiculous.
Just unique and very, very.
We got rich. Long hots to start, and
the first one was oppressive, but after that, I got a couple of ones.
Well, you just went numb. After the tears left your eyes and your mouth was numb, you got used to the flavor and on to the next one. So yeah, Cafe CaNole, we're going into holiday season, pre-order your desserts and
they do a really good family style dinner too, as well. That if you check their Instagram page or even their website or their Facebook page, a lot of times they do the family deals where you can get the chicken francaise, the salad and like greens or tomato pie or something like that for like one price, like a meal deal. A family meal deal.
This is in-house or to go?
No, to go.
Oh, to go. Okay.
To go, yeah. And so we realized that when we were sitting down to eat that they do a huge takeout.
Yeah, there was a constant influx line in and out of people getting to-go orders.
And he's done catering for us as well, too. We did a luncheon here at the office one time that I went and picked up all the food for. Like, their food is just fantastic.
Yeah, and it's just good to see people that own the business on site and come say hi and good stuff. So Cafe CaNole.
One more restaurant too. We did a lot of eating and drinking this week, drinking coffee and eating. And this was Jenna's request. Jenna, a lot of times opts out of going out to eat with us. She likes to stay at home.
She's 13.
Unfortunately,
just had her 13th birthday.
Like,
we're slowly killing her with McDonald's.
Yeah. Hang out with a friend and have me get McDonald's drive-through, then go to dinner with Scott and I. But she opted to come with us.
Such a treat. And she picked this place exclusively because she likes the $2 garlic knot.
That, and I think she was hoping to see Mr. Adisak there because he's there all the time. And that I think is one of her favorite teachers this year.
Right across the street from Cafe CaNole, one Genny. You guys are familiar with them. And we do go there quite a bit because our kids are picky. 2 of them are. Mm-hmm. And so it's hard for us to find a place where all 5 of us can go. And then we've gone there with your family and your sister and mother are kind of picky. And they'll accommodate a big group and there's something for everyone on the menu.
For sure.
And you can always fall back on pizza, wings, whatever, if need be. But yeah, Jenna loves the garlic knot. She gets 1 garlic knot. It's like the highlight of her meal.
Yep. She doesn't even have to look at the menu. She knows exactly what she's going to get a garlic knot and she's going to get chicken fingers. So
not much we can say about one Genny. A lot big bar selection. A million things on tap. A bunch of different bottles. They do have premium liquors, higher end stuff to choose from.
Great mixed drinks. I got a spicy margarita.
Yeah, they're always doing fun things. Yep. They've got the menu, but then like 3 different paper menus that are seasonal, and so they do a good job. You don't go there if you're in a hurry.
And I also took a picture that we will have Jay link. They do live music.
Yeah, last time we were there, we went to see Justin Smithson, and it's a good spot.
Okay, that's it.
That's all we did.
That's all we did.
Yeah, let's talk about what's coming up. At time of recording, the Utica Comets still do not have a win on the season. Mm-hmm. Maybe this Friday
or Saturday
is it. Well, let's start with Friday first. So Rochester Amherst, 7 p.m. Is that Friday? They play the Amherst on Friday and Saturday?
Yep.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes, that's right.
All right. So Amherst in town for 2 games. Hopefully we get a win.
Fingers crossed.
It feels a lot like we were season ticket holders that first season and we were an expansion team and there were a bunch of kids or guys way past their prime. And we didn't win for a while out of the gate that year. It feels like that again.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
It was 11 years ago.
Yeah. I don't remember.
But then the next year we were in the finals. So it was a quick turnaround.
Yep.
All right. Want to share a press release with you. So this is the 10th annual Flags for Heroes, posting of thousands of full-size flags on the Utica Memorial Parkway. They're going to start putting the flags up on November 1st, which is Friday. This is the Good News Center. They are recognizing the service of veterans, active military, and first responders. So you can join the party Friday, November 1st. Thousands of flags will be posted on the parkway. Pretty cool, awe-inspiring sight for sure. And they will fly in solemn formation from the 1st until Veterans Day, which is November 11th. And really just brings together community and patriotic tribute and honor to local heroes. So what's the money? What are we doing here? $40?
Purchase a flag, yeah.
Okay. So this will start Friday, 9 a.m. Flags are going to be available for sponsorship after posting. So community members can sponsor a flag in honor or in memory of their hero for $40, and all proceeds will benefit the Citron military program, which is pretty awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One last thing on that. So there will be a recognition ceremony held inside the Parkway Rec Center. Right where is the ski thing still there? Is that long gone?
So
they were doing tubing for a while. They got the tennis courts. Anyway, where the Parkway Rec Center is. So on Saturday, November 9th at 3 p.m., we're going to have a special guest speaker, including Colonel John Sunray, U.S. Air Force retired, plus medical tributes and local dignitaries. More to follow. You can check out Flags for Heroes. You can check out the Good News Center. You can check out Citron's military program. If you want to get involved, $40, great cause.
Okay, let's move on to Saturday. Saturday morning, Frankfort is doing a fall shopping event. We had the pleasure of having Danny Palmisano in to talk to us about this event.
Class president, 2025, kind of a big deal.
He's a big deal, for sure. Come support the class of 2025. All your shopping needs with many crafts and vendors. There'll be a silent auction as well as a lunch menu. You won't want to miss out on this. Mark your calendars, unique items, and what better thing to do than support the senior class of 2025. Connor will be there.
Our son Connor.
Yeah. I said, are you volunteering? Are you working? Yes, Mom. Yes, I'm going to be there. So he is volunteering, I think, to work the concession stand for like an hour or 2 hours. So if you're looking for some cool stuff, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Frankfort High School.
Helps the kids, helps the local merchants, helps you with your shopping because, unique gift giving is way cooler than just gift cards and all the generic BS you get from the box stores. Yeah. If you get done shopping, you can come see me. So we're going to be at Barnes & Noble in New Hartford from 1 to 3.
Okay.
I should know that. It's 1 to 3.
Didn't put the details schedule.
So this is Saturday. I'm going to start thinking about this Friday afternoon.
That's true. You are a day-to-day person.
But no, it's the Referrals Done Right book. We hit the USA Today bestseller list. It's available in all national retail stores, and had some communication with the manager of the Barnes & Noble in New Hartford, who is going to allow me to set up shop. And, people don't believe this about me, but I'm really a social introvert. If I know the group, I'm very comfortable and I will,
great way to put it.
I will light it up. But if I don't know people, it freaks me the F out. Really does. And
especially when he doesn't remember people's names.
Terrible with names. And especially with a book signing, it's like, if I don't know the person's name, you got to ask them for their name if you want to write it in the book. And it's this whole thing.
You're having anxiety.
I'm already having anxiety. It seemed like a really cool, like, oh, cool, I'm doing a book signing. And then I'm like, oh shit, I got to sit there for 2 hours and talk to people that I don't know. And it's going to be. So if you want to come test me, just walk in to Barnes & Noble and pretend you know me, even if you don't. And I'll be feverishly in my brain trying to figure out who you are and what your name is. So yeah, if you want to mess with me, that's where I'll be on Saturday.
Also on Saturday, I wanted to talk about this. We mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. North Star Orchards is doing their Taste of Central New York. This will take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to celebrate locally grown, sourced, and produced food. So they have a great setup there with an array of healthy foods as well as quite a bit of unhealthy food if you're looking for baked goods and sugary things like fudge. So definitely check that out, and hopefully the weather will be okay for that.
We've never gone to a boxing event or a UCF event, but I guess big deal. I don't know how to pronounce this name, so I'm not even going to try. But this Saturday at Turning Stone at the event center,
I think it's CaNole.
Okay, CaNole. I feel like that should be Chow at the end. CaNole Chow. I know the other guy, Foster. So if I'm betting this fight, I'm betting on Foster primarily because that's the name I can say at the window. So I hope that guy wins. $49 undercard start at $5.50.
And then this boxing match, this is the headliner. Is that what you call it? Or the main event?
Main event.
This won't start probably till well after midnight.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Well, I don't know about midnight, but it'll probably usually around 11 is when the
boxing matches.
Yeah, they're past their bedtime. So we are going to retire and head west.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we talk about Florida, but we are West Coast people because we can't stay up for anything. No. And what is nice about the West Coast is, like the World Series is going on. These 8:00 start. I haven't seen we're Yankee fans, and part of it is because, the Yanks haven't been doing that well. But yeah, I've seen the final pitch of 0 World Series games.
Yeah, he falls asleep every night.
I mean, I'm up early. I'm making the coffee for the family. Pay attention.
Sunday, fall chicken barbecue to support the East Herkimer Fire Department. The address is 193 Main Road in East Herkimer. You can get a half a chicken, salt, potatoes, coleslaw, and dessert for $15. Eat in or take out from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Sunday.
Some of these write-ups crack me up. I mean, the half a chicken, I get it, but it just sounds funny when you say it. Like you can get half a chicken.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
Even called, yeah, I don't know.
You want the top half, bottom half? I don't know. Just any half will do. And then we're going to creep into, this is our last one. So we're going to creep into next week. So Wednesday, pretty big show. This is a big show. Chicago is going to be at the Stanley. Starts at 7:30. Tickets start at $56. Still available. I don't have to tell you what Chicago is. It's won 8 million awards. It's been on every stage, coast to coast. It's had the biggest actors and actresses. And so it's whatever version of it is coming to the Stanley, but worth checking out. If we're not doing it, we should probably check it out.
On Wednesday? I don't know if we have anything Wednesday. We're kind of in a lull right now.
Yeah, we're in between sports.
Not about it at all.
Not at all. Kids are done with soccer and we haven't started the winter seasons yet. And, so we're getting to know each other again outside of sports, which is fun.
Yeah.
I think. As long as the coffee's good. All right, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you out there.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Love Living Local. As you know, we do not run ads. Our only mission is to shine a spotlight on amazing people doing amazing things here in our local community. If you'd like to support us with this mission, we have 3 ways you can help. You can share our content on social, subscribe or follow the show on your favorite podcast platform, and you can visit our lovelivinglocal315.com website to stay up to date with everything happening in Central New York.